on the ground, though. There's ground circulation, and Timmer's looking directly at it.
Base is expanding southeast. The wall cloud kind of fell apart back here. I mean, like 20 minutes late.
Still have a unborn tornado.
Pretty dark right here. What'd you say from here?
You just like let Ryan Hall and Max Velocity issue tornado warnings, because why not? I mean,
Alright, Ryan Hall is live. Tornado Pagey's live.
Got to be like in there. What's going on with this?
It's fine, it's just
Max Velocity, I think.
Jeff Gordon has dominated so far at Phoenix.
Thank you. Guess you decided to stay home.
Right now. Definitely some 260 mile per hour winds off the tall area.
Hopefully the stream will be more stable.
60 mile per hour winds.
Once we get this all figured out here.
As it comes into the Wichita region.
I have a lot of posted wires.
A little wet.
Will the storm do it? Just the good start.
Trying my best to get there. Might be north of the
It's anti-cyclonic. This rotation.
Yeah, that's the rotation.
Look at all the stuff that's spinning right now.
Cyclonic.
Sure.
Please wait for me.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Please just wait.
Not tornado warned, by the way.
Brandon Ivy.
Yeah, so it's playing right now.
Not sure if it's still on the ground. It's rain raft, so
If it starts moving a little
it's going to be hard
there's
to
a slow.
by the way, this radar does not have a closed window vision, so we will not know how big the rain is.
These are all graded roads, but they're
Alright. 2 to go at Phoenix. Jeff Gordon has dominated all day.
head east.
Logano second, then
This whole thing.
Harvick third.
Wow.
Harvick going for second here.
Definitely tried to produce on our head back there about 20 minutes ago.
I'm not gonna get a white flag for Jeff Gordon. Hopefully Josh Wise can stay top 30 in points. That'd be awesome. I don't think it will happen though. Anyway, Jeff Gordon wins at Phoenix.
Looks like we got a few stops in here. Maybe not paved, but let me see.
Trying to see.
Looks solid.
Still has that elevated look.
On the road
Where's
here.
that little spinny thing? Is there still some spin in there?
I don't know how
Yeah, there's still definitely some spin.
Getting out of Dodge City, right?
Okay, it's really studying now, so we'll
Yeah, that's what I was about to point out.
Might need another couple cycles. It might be okay.
Right there.
I got another C4 coming at us. Back to back C4s could never be good.
It's trying.
Might need to cycle again before it's off.
It's recycling.
Oh, I love that turn. I'm stealing
Get it
it.
back here. Maybe north. There's the edge or something up there. See it? Yeah. Let's come back.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some motion in there. It's getting close.
Looks like they stopped launching them.
Yeah, you can see it's got some rotation.
Rely on.
It might just
Jeff Gordon led 21 laps out of the 32.
The rotation isn't too strong. I'm sure they're not watching their strong.
I think so. I'm proud of her, but thank you.
It's not. It's pretty elevated storm. I mean, you have to have a little bit more evidence, in my opinion.
Josh Wise is 8th in the point standings right now.
There is a decent little area of rotation there.
Oh no! Oh no!
Big time tornado, get up
Big
here.
time! This one's big. This is a big one.
Gotta get north.
Crossing the road right now.
Look at that.
I mean, they can get away with it.
Here we go.
In my opinion, I don't think
Daniel,
Not warned.
One more. You got it. One more. I go now. Right in front of us. Big time tornado. Warning.
and I'm talking about just by looking at a radar. I mean, if they're looking
That's right, Timmer.
Yeah.
winds are intensifying a little bit.
Here's my south road. Got a big tornado up in here, right side. It's gonna be out here. It's out here right now. Hold up. Dang it.
Someone get a report. Get a report in now. And it's heading towards Harper.
It would be there. It would be back there, I think.
Wait. Harper.
Alright, open again.
Gotta go east. Go back to east. That thing was a crazy call. Woo! Did you see anything behind you? No, I'm looking through the phone camera. Okay, I'm reporting. Turn around, too.
It's tightened up just a little bit more there.
This one's not going great at all.
It's not anything big.
116
Heavily rain wrapped.
Go this way and back. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. All right, we'll get gas going off in Harper. Got east options? 1 second. They're all dirt. I know, that's okay, man. We just got to do what we can.
They get angry if they get a storm.
Gotta go east.
Honestly,
Yeah, it's Harper. Harper's right now.
If you can find a paint option.
it's a big problem. That could be really, it's a tornado warning. People
We got an east option just to our north out of Harper.
Tight cover
I might have to turn
there.
around again.
this is a little
warning on it. Yeah, the paint option way down in Anthony's too far. Yeah, we gotta be dialed in here.
Get a little bit stronger velocities, then yeah, you probably throw a warning on that, but it's still kind of on the edge.
Alright, I'm coming into Harper in 10 minutes. Get gas, guys.
Desensitizes people.
We just need to look at the storm motion and find the best east option. I think it's the one east out of Harper.
Back here too.
Yeah, that'll take us 2 hours.
Yeah, everyone's saying that KICT went down for
Yeah, that's what I got. Perfect. Still
Yeah.
got a tornado warning on it.
We have to rely on
We got 1 mile left. Somebody need that rag. Got it.
Look at this.
Here you go. 10 miles. 1 mile? Yeah. I have a tornado warning.
if you video about the
Very
Very
unfortunate timing as severe thunderstorm warning.
I used to watch Virtual Railfan just to watch trains.
Location is south of Harper. We got one to go right here and a half mile.
when I was like
Can't see anything off to the right just yet.
13-ish, you were? Oh wait, you're 14.
my grandpa hit his head
Just jumping in really fast to see the people in chat saying butterflies
So
is
I
this
had
is
to
live.
stay
Yes,
there.
this is live, and this does not have a tornado.
So I
Did
just
see the tornado that was on the ground.
he's fine by the way.
Minutes ago.
Okay,
It's
tornado warned.
rapid rain.
It has been tornado warned.
Yeah.
But
But
anyways,
Probably because of weather spotters, PBS, somebody else.
I just sat there and
guys.
watched
We'll catch up to it.
the chat
Our
news
storm right in front of us is tornado warning.
virtual rail fan and we'll
Get
keep
your
my
safe
number
place. Back
peanut
to
butter
guys.
toast.
And apparently it's on the ground too.
He was fine.
Ready to turn.
Yeah. How do you hit your head on the side of the house?
He was on the back.
There might be another one of those dust NATO spin-ups, though. So, if you pick
Oh.
storm here shortly and be able to convert with our eyeballs.
If anything, it's going to be at our 1 and for 2 o'clock, if anything, right now. But moving.
Anyway, I'm using at Las Vegas right now.
It's been hard
They
for
could
me.
just
Make sure you mark your safe spots. I mean, honestly, on radar, I would say it's
Yeah, I'm watching Reed Timbers stream right now on my phone.
that's PA storm tracker.
moving east at 25 miles an hour. Beyond weather, it's not weather spotter.
Can't believe we took one out of that.
Before 2022, you could have random people spot tornadoes. You didn't need a license.
Pretty good, you got it, Carson.
Why don't you,
See it? Thing with a coner.
In 2022 in Arkansas, somebody called in a wedge tornado, and they issued a tornado emergency, but there was no tornado on the ground. Yeah, so they changed that. I feel like it's more of an NWS Little Rock thing. They just suck ass. They literally issue tornado emergencies for the tiniest little rotation. It's so stupid.
Many more to come.
I'm waiting for an hailstorm so I can collect my first hailstones.
Not seeing anything out of here just yet. I think
They don't last long.
What?
Wasn't dissipated pretty quick.
Hailstones.
If you,
They like. Why is Las Vegas having pack racing?
One second.
Like, look.
Yeah, we're headed east.
It's like get a.
Taking interceptor
warning why it's fired.
cycle. South Bend is navigating.
Look. Oh wait, that's the general there. No, this is lap 10 of the race. And Danica Patrick is leading by the way.
Brian's right. Redemption is spelled T-O-R. We just gotta keep ripping these. Brian is right. Redemption is spelled T-O-R. Let me down here. I think we can almost get through.
Oh, trouble! There we go. Hard wreck. Greg Keselowski involved. More car wreck. Danny Hamlin. Eric Almirola. Michael and that. Ran out. And then Danica Patrick is gonna lead him back to the green. Or yellow.
Maybe one.
I can't believe that the Dominator is a Subaru Forester. Oh, we're wrecking under yellow. Parker Kligerman just killed himself. He got mad at Brian Vickers and killed himself. And Brian Vickers.
Could be very similar to what we just saw about a week ago with our moderate risk.
Lap 16 out of 27 restart.
Beginning with a 12 miles tornado warning. This is back over
we also have that grid. If something happens, we can
Kansas. So this is just to the
make it
southwest
happen.
of Wichita.
Oh my god. Guess who's in second? Freaking Josh Wise. Is he gonna win 2 of the first 3 races of the season? Because if he does, that would be the funniest thing ever. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. up to second now.
Like having the windows out right there. We gotta core this thing.
Bro, why is Danica Patrick actually good in this?
Before we eventually see a full-blown line of thunderstorms develop. Let's go first over to John McKinney, who's currently on this storm. And right now he is currently he's currently underneath the area of interest right now. So again, we had a tornado a few moments ago. That one's now more rain.
Yay, Marcos Ambrose win.
For a new area of circulation to develop. But you can see the clouds are pretty low just above him here.
Joey Logano said, "Nuh-uh" to Danica Patrick winning.
We have a confirmed tornado warning.
W. Joey.
This was spotted, I believe, by actually Ray Timmer about 10 minutes ago. It was a rain-wrapped tornado. I don't think it's on the ground anymore, but it may drop again here in the next few minutes as it goes towards Argonia and Milan here in...
2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, Marcos Ambrose leads.
A little bit interesting.
Trying to get Ford their first win of the year. Or will it be Ryan
We
Newman?
are seeing this storm recycle, and it's right
Late
along
flag.
the boundary, so this would be the
Today's
area
a moderate
to watch for.
4-5,
It'd be
by
right
the
just
way.
to the south of Danville.
Yeah, I know.
But he's basically underneath the area of interest right now. But we are going to keep an eye on John McKinney here over the next few
On the back straightaway for the final time.
as well. I do want to point out,
Will Newman pull out a line, or is he gonna just let Ambrose win?
Thunderstorms that is going to be coming.
Yeah, he's just gonna let Ambrose win.
Wichita, Kansas, with damaging winds upwards
North W, Ryan Newman.
in quarter-sized hail.
W winner right there, Marcos Ambrose.
Some pretty big changes to today's
Should lock him into the playoffs.
Point out is that we obviously have a moderate risk of severe weather in place. If you've not already seen,
Hopefully.
there's a moderate risk in southern Kansas and
Oh,
northern
the Chase, 'cause it's called the
has
Chase
shifted.
back
It
then.
is further to the south than previously, but this is a level 4 out of 5 risk for severe weather, where widespread damaging winds between 70 to 100 miles per hour is likely. And then on top of that, we could see the threat for a few tornadoes, and I would not rule out a strong tornado in this environment as well. The slight risk also goes back into Wyoming and Colorado, and also back into Iowa, then a large marginal threat even across the Midwest. But notice this pink and
Marcos Ambrose gets his 3rd career
destructive damaging
win in
winds,
Cobalt
70 to
400.
Holy crap! Did you see the
W.
Did you see the updated severe wind risk?
No.
Left their cars under here, man. So dumb.
45% hatched.
No, look.
Yeah, that's a 45% hatched.
And there is a potential for a derecho, which means a long-lived line of thunderstorms that produces widespread damaging winds. So that is one of the biggest concerns that we have today here across the Central Plains. Let me go back over to PA Storm Trackers. This is what the storm looks like right now, the confirmed tornado warning. Looks a little interesting there in the middle. That might be a little scuddy. I think that's what John McKinney was just under. This is a bit more of a widespread view of our supercell here that is going to be capable of producing a tornado, and I do think it is recycling. We have a broad area of rotation near that boundary just southwest of Danville. They're currently located, again, just a few miles to the southeast of Harper, which is pretty much where our area of interest, our area of rotation is going to be. We're going to keep an eye on them. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, so I actually have a few different things for you here. The first thing I want to talk about is an update that we have from the Storm Prediction Center. So we are seeing a few discrete supercells, and this is something that the HRRR has been pointing at. And this is kind of going to be the threat before the threat. So this is where we could see significant...
Ryan Newman leads the point standings.
But this is something that the SBC is also starting to mention. The other thing too is we could see hail all the way up to 3.5.
Josh Wise is 6th.
Associated with that. One of the
He should be in the chase if he doesn't fall off.
In Wichita, you may be looking at this and be like, okay, this radar looks a little weird. Why aren't we using that radar site that we have in Wichita? For whatever reason, the NWS radar tower that we have in Wichita is not working right now. It's been out for almost an hour now. You can see the red dot. We do have that terminal radar there, but it does not really give us a good picture of what's going on the weather side of things. So we're going to need to use the Air Force Base radar down here further to the south, and it's not really going to give us the greatest picture that we normally would have. So we may see a few more precautionary warnings, and we need to take things very seriously today, just because we do not have as good as an idea as normal of what's going on in these storms.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. Yeah, the radar site is out in Wichita, which is definitely a concern. Also, if we go back over to John McKinney, he has a pretty good view right now of our storm here that is rotating. So this just got downgraded back to radar indicated, but it is still rotating quite a bit right now, and it may be imminent on another tornado. Again, this is right along a boundary, and we have a very elevated amount of wind shear down here, and unfortunately, this is a discrete supercell, and anything that's discrete in this environment will have a much better chance of producing tornadoes. And I'm going to show you guys something else here in a moment that will also give you an idea of why.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm bored.
Alright.
But once again, this storm definitely looks like
See
it's
ya.
trying to produce again here in the next few minutes. I'm going to keep John McKinney bottom middle of your screen.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Okay, well that's nowhere near where we were going to be talking about, but we have a new tornado warning in Pennsylvania. We'll go to that in a second. This is one thing I want to point out, though. These are your significant tornado parameter values for today. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because it basically combines a bunch of different ingredients and can give us an idea of our tornado risk. And you'll notice that we have a very favorable corridor down here across the Kansas and Oklahoma border for the potential for at least a few tornadoes. And this is around 7 o'clock tonight, so that's probably when our tornado threat is going to max out. But we are already starting to see discrete supercells fire in this environment where there is a lot of wind shear. So we need to be ready again for at least a few tornadoes in this environment. And then as we go later into this evening, we're going to have a line of thunderstorms. But a very favorable corridor there for a few tornadoes does exist here throughout the day. Keep in mind that the Storm Prediction Center has been reluctant on including anyone in a 10% tornado risk. We do not have a 10% tornado risk, but there is a large 5% tornado risk that is currently in place. We have a brand new tornado warning in Pennsylvania. So if you're tuning in from Pennsylvania, this is located near Kellersburg, a broad area of rotation, going to be moving into Mahoning over the next few minutes and then approaching Seminole. So seek shelter if you're in this warning, get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. That'll be tracking towards Dayton, Porter, and Ringgold, eventually going towards Hamilton and Puxawanatani here in western Pennsylvania. This isn't the only risk, by the way. We also have a marginal threat of severe weather back over on the East Coast. It's a pretty large area where there will be isolated severe weather today, but nothing super focused or, locked in. We're going to have pretty much just a broad area of isolated severe storms here throughout the rest of this afternoon and also into the evening hours. As of right now, the rotation's gotten a lot broader on this storm. We still have maybe a little bit of rotation along 160, which is an area that we're keeping an eye on. There is still definitely a mesocyclone on this. It is still rotating in the mid-levels. Isn't currently translating to the ground, but it may drop another tornado here as it moves towards Argonia in Kansas and eventually approaching Wellington. Also, back over in Wichita, Kansas, we actually have a few live shots of the storm that is rolling through there right now. Looks like it's producing hail. Let me pull up one of those cameras. Let's do 3. We'll go full cam to that. Back over in Wichita, Kansas, we do have a severe storm rolling through, and as Riley alluded to, the radar site is out in Wichita, but you can see right now that there is actually a little bit of hail, and also the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. This storm is now warned for 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds, and on top of that, there's also ping-pong ball-sized hail falling with this storm. This is also another live shot. This is on I-235 at Seneca on the northbound side, and traffic is slowing down. May just be because of it being rush hour, but it also might be because of the weather as well, or it might be because of the police car, I think, that just went by on the shoulder. But obviously the wind is picking up and also the hail is picking up in this area. This is another live shot here as well on I-235 at the 25th. This is also in Wichita, Kansas. There's a pretty sizable hail core right now over Park City. That is bottom right of your screen. So the largest of this hail should be right over Park City. And if we have any cameras that are in Park City, let me know. I don't know if any of them have hail right now, but that is one spot that we may have a decent shot of. This is also K254 westbound of 53rd. You can see the storm there on the right, little shelf cloud off to the right. So this is just before the storm rolls in here to Wichita. Little radar site too that's a little bit more localized, and you actually can see the wind picking up in Wichita. We have 2 really focused areas of high winds. We got one between the 54 and 235 intersection, and we got another bright area of green, kind of almost white color popping up there also just south of Riverview. So we are likely to be seeing 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds in both of these little corridors here, moving right into the town of Wichita, Kansas. Velocities are picking up around 60 to 65-mile-per-hour winds. So that is at least around a considerable risk here for damaging winds. Might even see a little pocket of 70 to 80-mile-per-hour winds pop up somewhere. And if that were to happen, it would probably happen with this little pocket here. This is really intensified in the last minute or two. They'll be moving into the north side of Wichita over the next few minutes near Riverside. So be ready for that if you are in Riverside in Kansas. We can see the storm rolling in from the right now. Let me go back over to John McKinney, who's on our tornado warning just to the southwest of Wichita. This is what the storm looks like right now, and I'm not seeing anything here that would at least indicate that we have a tornado imminent, but the rotation has still been there. It's a little bit broader than before, mainly over Danville right now. It's a bit more rain wrapped. Clouds are still very low here. We have a very low lifting condensation level today, which basically means our cloud base is very low, which means it's going to be easier for these storms to produce tornadoes as long as they're along our boundary. Look at this, by the way. This is from Aiden, also inside of the Radar Omega app with Project Weather Eye. You can watch him inside the Radar Omega app if you download it with the top link in the description below. He has an incredible shot of this storm. This is the one that is also tornado warned back over in Danville, Kansas. He's actually Milan, which is about 10 miles to the east of where we would have a tornado, but the structure is pretty incredible here. And there's definitely going to be some probably big hail back in there near Runnymede
Nothing I can do with the microphone.
in Kansas. Also, unfortunately, this is not what you want to see, but back over in Wichita, Kansas, we have a semi-truck that is completely flipped over. And this is almost undoubtedly from the high winds that we've just had in Wichita, Kansas. It gives you an idea of how powerful these winds are going to be here in the Wichita, Kansas area. Again, velocities are being measured around 60 to 70 miles per hour right along I-235. I'm guessing that this just happened within the last 5 minutes. But you can see the traffic is going to be substantial here, obviously, because of there being a semi flipped over. It's blocking both lanes. I don't know what direction this is going, but this is looking southwest, so I'm pretty sure this is the eastbound track on I-235 near Zoo. So just a little heads up if you are in Wichita. It's not what you want to see. By the way, the Wichita, Kansas radar site has just come back on, so that is good news. Or I think it did. Yeah, it just came back on. So it looks like the Wichita, Kansas radar site is at least back with reflectivity. And there goes the fire truck. I think there might be an ambulance there too. But this is a good reminder, if you are traveling anywhere in Wichita right now, it is probably a pretty good idea to, you know, not be traveling, try to get off the road, maybe towards a gas station or something like that. And obviously, if you're a semi-driver, definitely be aware of this situation today. We are expecting the potential for a derecho, which means widespread damaging winds are going to be possible. And unfortunately, this is one of those things that is probably going to be happening throughout the rest of today and tonight. We are going to have probably multiple semis that get flipped over. Look at this shot, by the way. This is back over on K254 of Webb. Wow, look at this storm here. This is Wichita 2, right? Just confirming. This is Wichita 2, I think. Yeah, this is also in Wichita, Kansas. We actually have a mesocyclone here, which is kind of surprising. Not a whole lot of rotation on radar, but it is a very impressive looking storm here moving into Wichita, Kansas. Also, I think there's some shame. Yeah, we have shame.
We're at right.
There are people parking under the overpass, I think, up there, if I'm not mistaken. The traffic is really backed up. This is westbound on K96. This is all basically happening in Wichita right now. Back over to our storm that is currently tornado warned. This is a live shot of that. That's back over again near Anthony in Kansas. Right now, not seeing anything super organized, but the clouds are still low. I think this thing is just cycling right now. By the way, this just happened a moment ago. I guess I just missed this, but this was on the live. That was on the traffic cam with the large mesocyclone in Wichita. Lightning strike as well, right there. Pretty crazy. Where'd the semi camera go? Oh, here it is. We go back to that semi that is currently flipped. And it's back over in Wichita. You can see it on the left side of your screen. It looks like the one lane is opened up, so hopefully the driver is okay.
Not sure. It's not going to tie his shoes anytime soon. I wish that boundary stood up like that.
Is again back over on I-235. Thank you, Charles, for the $5 super chat. We'll be chasing Arkansas tomorrow. Looks like it'll be an overnight threat, though. Tomorrow in Arkansas shouldn't be overnight. So honestly, today and tomorrow look crazy. Obviously, today is going to be more than likely at least some level of a large-scale mesoscale convective system, if not a derecho. This is only the beginning of what we're going to be seeing. I mean, we got one round of storms that has been ramping up here across parts of southern Kansas, but we are expecting a much more organized line of thunderstorms to form over the next several hours. But before that happens, we have the potential for these little rogue discrete supercells to form right along the Oklahoma and Kansas border. And any of these discrete supercells that can latch to our boundary are going to have a very elevated chance at producing a tornado. So right now, this is the storm that we're keeping a close eye on for that potential. But I honestly think we're going to have to be looking a little bit further down to the south for something that is discrete that also produces the threat of a significant tornado. Look at the HRRR. This is the future radar here for the next several hours and also going into later tonight. You can see that we're going to have a lot of storms firing up, but one thing I want to point out too is that there's even a chance that we get 1 or 2 rogue supercells even back over in western Oklahoma as we get closer to 6 to 7 o'clock tonight, and that could be something that we will see a tornado out of. So we need to keep an eye on that back over in western Oklahoma. But look at this slew of thunderstorms that's going to be ongoing, and so we are likely going to be talking about the threat of widespread damaging winds all the way through at least 3 to 4 in the morning before that line of storms fizzles out. And also, let me go over to the wind gusts. You can see how high the winds are going to be in this localized area. Whenever you see these yellows becoming a bit more widespread in the reds, that indicates a pretty widespread threat of damaging winds, and we'll have multiple rounds, I think, of damaging winds, especially in northeastern Oklahoma for tonight, which is one of the reasons why they have issued a moderate risk of severe weather. Also, the tornado warning is likely not going to continue. They have issued a new severe warning for Argonia, Wellington, and Conway Springs, so that'll be for golf ball sized hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds, and there's also a tornado possible label. This is a live shot in Wichita, Kansas. The wind is really picking up now. This is upwards of 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds that is moving through Wichita, Kansas right now, and this is one of the reasons why we just had a semi-truck flipped over back over on I-235. But definitely high winds here. This is likely around 60 to 70 miles per hour,
How's it going?
and this is just it's about around downtown Wichita. This is on Seneca on I-235.
Did you get that tornado earlier? No, there was one.
Very high winds. Got a couple people even pulled off to the shoulder there. And this also is a live shot, and we got shame again. We got people parking under overpasses. It's on I-135 at I-235, so it's that little intersection, basically in downtown Wichita. The people on the right side of the screen are parking under the overpass.
Oh, are you here? Yeah, we're just gonna go up to chase the storm. Okay, good to see ya.
The wind is really picking up, though. This is likely around 60 to 70 mile per hour winds right now in this area. There's literally no reason to park under an overpass, for the record, but these people, for whatever reason, are. Yeah, the winds are definitely around 70. Still very strong winds. This is also a live shot looking at the storm, but from the outside. You can see the storm rolling in here. Look how large that rain shaft is. This is also located on K254 in Wichita, Kansas. Got a huge rain shaft. We had a little mesocyclone on the left a few minutes ago. That is now going off the screen. But another impressive view of the storm here in downtown Wichita.
6.7 miles. Yep.
This quick little update on I-235 at Zoo. The semi-truck is still flipped over. I bet it's going to be like this for probably another hour or two, if I had to guess, but semi is still flipped over here on I-235 as of right now.
Get back to that boundary.
One lane currently open. There's a lot of traffic backed up on I-235. I believe that is eastbound. This is back over on I-235 at Seneca. Winds, again, are still very high. This is likely still around 60-mile-per-hour winds moving through Wichita, Kansas. If you are in Wichita, make sure that you're staying away from windows. We likely have upwards of ping-pong ball-sized hail falling on the south side of Park City. That's moving into Bel Air, Elk Creek, and Ketchy over the next few minutes, and that'll be approaching Benton and as well as Towanda here in southern Kansas over the next few minutes. So again, make sure that you're staying away from windows. Also, if you look bottom right of your screen, back over here Just south of Wichita. This is a little bit more rural areas near Conway Springs. We have a small little pocket there of upwards of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds that's going to be approaching Wellington and Belle Plaine. That is also moving towards I-35. So if you're traveling on I-35 between Wichita and South Haven, be ready for high winds as this little storm continues to push east. It already produced a tornado, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it gears up for another tornado here at some point soon as it continues to move to the east. Also, you can start to see some of the hail falling. You can actually see the hail falling, and more people are parking under the overpass, and it looks like it's entirely blocked off now. So, yeah, this is, again, what you're not supposed to do during any storm, is park under an overpass. And there are a boatload of people doing that right now, and the entire highway, it looks like, is being blocked off by these people. And there's also hail falling. I mean, this is not hail that will damage a car that much. This is like ping pong ball sized hail at worst case scenario. And it looks like basically the entire interstate here is now at a standstill because of selfish people that are under an overpass. This is once again illegal for those that are wondering. This is not what you're supposed to be doing during a severe storm by any means. Once again, on I-35 at I-235. It's a little intersection in downtown Wichita. We have had some broad rotation back up near Bel Air as well on the northeast side of Wichita. Just something to keep an eye on. It's not imminent, but... absolutely crazy. I mean, they're not even moving. There's nothing even happening anymore. They're just sitting there now. I'll keep that bottom right of your screen. This is a new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. It does include Wichita, Bel Air, Derby, Douglas, and as well as Augusta and El Dorado right around Wichita, Kansas. That is going to be for 70 mile per hour damaging winds in ping pong ball sized hail. Again, this area of storms is moving to the east. Keep in mind that the Wichita radar site was down. It just came back up, so it is no longer down. It is now fully up again. It is running like normal. Velocities are all working, all that good stuff. One thing I want to point out is that our southern supercell is beginning to at least rotate a little bit. Very weak rotation, not noticeable yet, but I do think that this storm down here going towards Mayfield is beginning to ramp up a little bit and may become tornadic here soon as it approaches Mayfield, Kansas, also heading towards Wellington in Kansas. So be ready to go to your safe place if you are in this severe thunderstorm warning. There's already a tornado possible label on this, and this already has produced a tornado. It did produce a tornado to start the stream, and it may do so again here soon. Also, this is a live shot on K254 at Webb. Looks like we got some small hail falling now. You can see the hail bouncing off the ground. We had a pretty cool mesocyclone here just a few minutes ago. But now we are looking at just some small little hailstones falling.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Also, looks like the people that were underneath the overpass have, for the most part, moved. There are still a few people there for whatever reason, but that is a little update there. We have a brand new tornado warning in Colorado. That is in Los Alamos County, I believe, or Animas County here in Colorado. That is going to be this storm going towards Trinidad, right along I-25. So seek shelter if you are in this tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. We got yet again another tornado warning as well back over in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania storms are popping off.
Waiting for this tornado warning to disappear. The new tornado warning is going to be in Fulton and Bedford counties in Pennsylvania. This is the new one, though. Again, main area of rotation is right now near Ludlow, and we'll be approaching El Moro and Trinidad over the next few minutes. Seek shelter if you're in this warning, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. That is moving again down to the southeast right now. Also, I think that semi may have actually... no, it's not. Never mind. I was about to say, I thought the semi got cleared up. It is still there. I'm going to put that bottom right again. New tornado warnings in Pennsylvania as well. This one is in a completely different area. South of Needmore. This is going towards Dot in Pennsylvania. Broad area of rotation. Will be approaching I-70 here over the next few minutes. If you are in this warning, you need to seek shelter. It's a broad area of rotation, but it is a semi-discrete supercell that could produce a brief or even weak tornado as that continues to move to the east. This is John McKinney. He's driving through our storm that is south of Wichita that was tornado warned. Right in, let me get his location again, but he's in the middle of this storm here. This is just to the south of Wichita. This is near Argonia in Milan. Torrential downpour here. in the downtown area. This is also Aiden, who is on this storm from the outside. Very ominous skies.
Man, that's spinning.
This storm is attempting to try to produce another tornado. I think it's going to take some time, but it's trying.
There's absolutely a ton of lightning in this storm right now.
Thank you, Stephanie, for becoming a member.
Tornado possible. Does not look tornado imminent at the moment.
And this is located near Argonia. There's also Tornado Pagey there, a little bit further down to the south of this storm, but they are looking from the south, looking to the north from the south. A little bit of cloud around lightning out there as well. And then again, if you're in Wichita, Kansas right now, we obviously have high winds that are currently coming into Wichita. This is a look at, looks like a ton of traffic. What is going on there? This is in downtown Wichita. It's on the I-135, or this is on I-235 at Zoo. I can't tell what that traffic is from. The camera is really blurry, but there is a bunch of brake lights. Presumably, it is just normal traffic, but it also could be more people parked under an overpass.
So I would be even concerned about the storm behind it too, potentially. If you look at this one, it will eventually move.
And then right there at the bottom of your screen, that is a semi that was flipped over. There are 2 police cars on the scene. Only 1 lane of traffic is able to go. This is a 2-lane highway. Alright, that is normal rush hour traffic, according to all my Wichita people that are tuning in.
But it's really just cycling its low-level mesocyclone further east. And we're anticipating a right turn. The convective allowing models show this thing being a long tracker, moving east-southeast, closer toward the Oklahoma border, moving into that
Pat, just let me know if any of those cameras have anything. I'll pull them up on their side.
Tornado warning with that report. And now we're going to get back in front of this eastern circulation. But first, we got to pound to the hook.
No, guys.
Back over to live radar. I'm actually going to put Connor bottom middle. He's also on this. And, all right. Thank you, Kim, for the $20 super chat. Appreciate that. Once again, if you're just tuning in, we got a significant line of storms that is currently rolling right through Wichita, Kansas. Right now, the most significant wind threat is now approaching Andover, Benton, Towanda, and also going right through Wichita right now. So again, continue to stay away from windows. Wind is going to be surging here over the next several minutes, and then we likely have some pretty large hail over Bel Air that is likely around golf ball sized hail. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, so we're receiving reports from Iowa, actually, around Britt, Iowa. There are some storms there, and apparently there's reports of a funnel cloud. I do think we may see a few funnel clouds from these storms. However, we are most likely not going to see a tornado or anything that makes contact with the ground. But just know that that is something that is possible up there with our convection west of Mason City.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. So yeah, back up in northern Iowa, there are a few storms up there. We got a little bit of spin pop perhaps with these storms, but overall not really too concerning when it comes to a legitimate tornado threat, but we'll be keeping an eye on that back over in northern Iowa. Just a little slow-moving cluster of storms. One other thing I want to point out, by the way, is that we've had a lot of storms training across southern Kansas, and this hasn't been talked about enough, I think, even on our forecast, but there is a potential for some substantial flooding, especially in Wichita, if we continue to see storms training. So we need to keep a very close eye on that if you are back over in southern Kansas, especially around the Wichita area. Another thing I want to talk about, a couple different things. First off, if you've not already seen, we have a pink box here on Radar Omega. What that means is that there is a tornado watching effect, and this goes until 10 o'clock.
Who said it's an EF5?
Watch that we'll probably see in this area. I would assume we are going to get another watch here soon, but in southern Kansas, northern Oklahoma, and
it wasn't even about a tornado. This is what he was,
a couple of tornadoes are possible. Damaging winds also up to 75 miles per hour is likely, and then there's also going to be a risk for scattered hail. So definitely make sure that you're taking this seriously, staying away from windows, lowest floor possible whenever you're under any type of warning today. On top of that, the threat of tornadoes is going to be slightly more elevated here over the next hour or two.
He was talking about
this a little bit ago, but if you're just tuning in, the localized favorable area for at least a couple of tornadic supercells
Can we play something like the Minecraft
around Wichita and just to the south of Wichita? So make sure that you're staying weather aware and have multiple ways to receive alerts in Arkansas City, Anthony, and just outside.
I want to make an my own country for Minecraft. It's gonna be peaceful.
A strong tornado would exist with a supercell that does form in this area. As large as the size of 3.5 inches in diameter is also likely.
I want to play Minecraft. I'm gonna play Minecraft.
All right, let's go over to. Let me do this.
You can join me if you want.
Okay.
This is PA storm trackers on this.
What do you mean failed? Failed to install product.
They do. Aiden again. This is a live shot of our southern supercell. This is live
Failed
again,
to find installed product.
Again, this storm is gearing up and it's at least attempting to try to produce another tornado here soon.
What happened to my Minecraft?
Velocities have been
It
increasing
died.
between Conway Springs and 44. That is a distant view of the structure.
Something
There's been plenty of
happened.
underground lightning as well.
Can you not play it?
Tell you what, guys, the light.
Latest release. Oh, there we go.
Really impressive view here of the storm.
I didn't update it. That's the problem.
No.
'Cause there's
Yeah,
a new
Shout
update.
out to Mary for $10 super chat. I appreciate that.
Look at the boundary.
There's a new update.
You're a new update.
Pulled away from
We'll go
themselves.
back to him in a second. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, we are starting to receive damage reports.
Two C-130s
out of,
went
Kansas.
over
It
my
sounds like we
school.
may have tree branches all the way up to 6 inches in
I
diameter
think.
that are down on roads. I want to stress that wind
Pretty
damage
sure they
is
were.
often one of the most overlooked things with these really significant wind
C-130s.
risks we have, and
Wait,
I mean
what?
there's a very good
I
chance
think
we're going to see
two
full-size trees get thrown
two
around as a result of
C-130s
tornado
went over
damage.
my house at
track
my
today, once
school.
we see our MCS take full force, so please
describe
take
what
this
is it?
seriously. Stay inside during the severe thunderstorm warnings, and I'm sure we're also
You're gonna
going to
find
see
where
some
I
destructive
live.
thunderstorm
You're gonna
warnings
find out
today.
where I
Those are
live.
just as
No.
serious as tornado
I'm
warnings,
talking
so
about the
please treat them
aircraft
as
experience.
Hey, Riley, for the update. So
It-
again, we are getting
it had,
towards
like,
our unfortunately, this line of storms is not really weakening anytime soon. We got significant
it looked
damaging
like a
winds now approaching
C-130.
Augusta, Kansas, and also approaching El Dorado. Also coming up on Douglas over the next
It
few
had
minutes,
the
basically paralleling Highway 40.
4
So if you're anywhere in the severe
turboprops.
thunderstorm, continue to take this seriously. Some of the highest wind gusts that we've gotten reported out of this have been upwards of 75 miles per hour. That is in Mays, Kansas.
I don't
And, we
see
also
them
have
on
70
flight
mile per hour winds
radar.
just a little bit
Maybe
further
they have
to the
their
north. And we probably had
thing
some high
off.
winds in Wichita. We just have not had any of those reports come in quite yet, but we'll likely have them coming in here very, very, very soon. Say, a live shot here from Connor. We actually got a blue tinge underneath the supercell here that is near Mayfield.
Yeah, they were. That was definitely a
He's also
C-130.
live on the
I'm
radar
looking at
mega app.
images.
The storm again may be gearing up for another tornado
Corey
here soon.
Gurkin
Velocities
just
haven't
almost
really
got struck
increased
by
a whole lot when it comes to rotation, but it's starting to get that little look down near Milan. The RFD's been increasing, our winds
There's
going away
two
from the
tornado
radar have been
warnings in
increasing a little bit.
Pennsylvania, by the
We don't have a whole lot of an inflow
Okay.
yet, but it's definitely trying. It's trying to organize. This is
Weather-wise.
already producing a tornado for the record. So this will be it's at least second
Definitely
attempt.
have just a little attempt right there. I think it might be a little bit more disorganized.
I think it's
No,
gonna try to
there's
recycle.
only one tornado warning.
There was two a minute ago.
Elise for the $10 super chat.
There's a tornado warning in Colorado.
Your
Appreciate that.
Colorado tornado
Thank you
warning.
for tuning in from Ireland.
You're a Colorado
Your
tornado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Your brain is shaped like Colorado.
Goofy storm.
my brain is a square.
Imagine.
Square brain.
Heat advisory in
Back
Alaska.
over to.
The frick?
Well, I mean, it does get warm in the
I have to plug the number. Sorry, guys.
summer.
This is
Yep,
John
up in
McKinney.
Alaska.
He actually has a really
How
cool
long
little
do you
blue
live
tinge
there,
here.
bro?
That's a bro, what button is it?
I don't know.
So this is a view of the storm also. We got cloud ground lightning.
I mean, I was
very
born in
strong
Alaska,
supercell
I think, and then I like
Conway Springs.
Blood was born in 2014. Blood missed everything.
2013.
Not much better.
That blue tinge once again is from the.
I think it's a
water droplets
year.
reflecting
Blood
guess.
sunlight. taking a look
Oh,
at
the 22
right
upside
position
down.
is parallel to where
Wow.
It was like early 2013, so like
It's also
almost
storm under the,
2012.
Or right
You're
under
It's like
2012.
3 months after.
4, because you're
Hurricane
you were born in
warning.
April.
No.
Be a little shear funnel right there. Might just be some scud.
March?
A little
Yeah.
funnel right there.
March 27th.
No.
A little shear
13th.
funnel.
You're really close.
March 14th.
There's a little shear
E.
funnel right there.
Yes?
E.
Yeah, this is over Milan,
E.
Kansas right now, coming up on Mayfield.
E.
So you were born
Plenty of
March
motion.
14th.
Yeah.
Not really rotating much
Yeah.
right now.
You scared it now.
Mama!
You remind me of my cousin, my 7-year-old cousin sometimes.
So we call it
I'm not 7 years old.
7. Oh god.
I'm not a 7-year-old.
Not that innocent.
Shout out to Roger for the Venmo donation. Do you expect a major tornado today? I think it's possible that we get a big tornado today.
Can we play Guilty as Sock?
It along this boundary that we've been talking about.
Can we play Minecraft?
Maybe even over in Western Oklahoma too.
What?
Yeah, I do think it's entirely possible. This is
Can we play Minecraft?
Look at it now. He's also underneath it. See it moving pretty fast. It's not spinning a whole lot yet. I think it's going to try to start rotating here in a few minutes as it gets closer to our boundary. Storming currently warned for upwards of golf ball sized hail.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Label on it.
Will you?
This is the last for the $10 super chat.
Yeah.
When?
I can help you there in your Wichita.
When I am
We have someone behind it that's also spear warned for $1 sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds.
what?
I get to go elephant.
This is really our main.
Well, I mean, I have a BB gun, but like that doesn't really count.
We've never tried an actual gun before.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like Storm trying to reach for it. It's a good thing to start diving.
I might have. I forget.
Back to him in a
I
second.
mean, I went to like
Once again, this
a
near
firing
Colorado Springs.
range
There's a
thing
boatload
with
of
my
light
dad
damage
and his
as well.
friends.
This is currently moving into Wellington, Oxford, Belle
Yeah,
Plaine,
I
and
would've shooted
Winfield
at
over the
fire
next few
range.
minutes. So again, if you are in this warning, continue to stay in your safe
What?
place. There is
'Cause
a
they,
chance
like,
once again that this does get
let
a
me
tornado warning
shoot
if the rotation
some-
starts to increase.
Really,
It's
like,
pretty
let
low
me-
in the low levels. You can
Fire
see the
range
winds, though, they're
is
pretty strong going away from the radar. There isn't really much going towards the radar, and the biggest reason why is because this is slightly outflowy right now, but I do think it's going to try to latch to the boundary here soon. Looks like it's attempting to kind of move more out here to the east, and if it can latch to our boundary, there will be a better chance of a tornado. But for right now, it is more of a wind and hail threat, but it's trying. It's definitely trying to produce something here in the next few minutes. This is honestly like a crazy view, though. It's just so blue inside of our storm here. Very blue tinge.
Indoor.
How far is 49 up here? Like my Starlink goes down, some other below.
What is what's cooking up?
6 miles and 49.
Copy that.
By the way, we still have 2 tornado warnings. Let me quickly go over the tornado warnings. We got one
Whoa!
back over in... What's Connor looking at? We got one back over near Trinidad, Colorado.
Wait.
Big hailstorm more than anything. It's me crossing I-25 over the next few minutes in southern
They
Colorado.
added shaders to Bedrock.
Which indicates a big hail core is about to be moving into Trinidad and El
No, like they added like vibrant visuals. It looks like shaders on Bedrock.
Back over in Pennsylvania. This is just to the southwest.
No, like actually. Cool.
70 that's going to be coming up on Warfordsburg and immediately. This is an incredible shot from Stormwater Media. It's a crazy little storm.
They added the happy gas finally.
All of our water droplets
Oh, is this the
reflecting
new, like, 1.32 or something?
inside of the storm.
It's
which essentially
1.20 and
goes from the sun, and it's heading in the right
1.90.
direction.
So that means 1.22 next. Gas. BeamNG got an update. They added school buses. God!
Huh?
Hey, Elf and $5 super chat. Rewatched last night's live stream just to see that tornado. Even showed my husband. Yeah, that tornado. If you guys have not watched yesterday's live stream and did not already see yesterday's tornado, you gotta go watch it.
Yeah.
The craziest tornado one of the
They added
craziest
school
tornadoes.
buses? I thought they always had school buses.
No.
There were a lot of power lines down, but did not hit any homes.
I've seen like shorts at BeamNG,
Yeah,
and
but
they had like
got
school
broken,
buses.
though. The buses got broken.
Velocity's now on.
Oh, they fixed them
75
now.
miles per hour to south of
Yeah.
Conway Springs, so the wind is starting to pick up. For sure.
Okay, that's cool.
They have a fully working
Still
interior.
a little bit.
What?
They also added armored trucks.
Can we play Minecraft now?
No.
It's also from John.
Can we play Minecraft
There's a
yet?
shelf cloud view there. That's
play
the
something
shelf
on
cloud on the
Roblox.
left side of your screen. A little bit easier to see
No.
the shelf cloud from this perspective.
I'm not
There's a huge
that
shelf cloud.
Wire taking a while, guys. So there's
God.
a spotter downtown.
God,
so.
I'm not that innocent. God. Side bow. Side bow.
Get out! Why? I didn't do anything.
Connor is actually driving right there.
Oh my
God! That would crash out. Holy crap.
He likes driving through rain. He's also
Connor.
driving through rail.
Oh no. Wait, what happened? Let me see what happened.
He's also on a road that could get him stuck, so...
What are they talking about in the
This is,
chat?
sketchy. He likes being on
I'm
these
about
types
to
of
spin
roads.
this
Getting stuck
9
in
car,
mud.
bro. He's a dirty all wall tapper.
Kano?
Yeah, what?
Kano?
Yeah, what?
All I did at school today is watch movies.
Sprinkle in the Zuri
Yeah,
tank.
you
I like
should
when
have
you
just
bring
stayed
some
home,
in front of
bro.
I thought we were gonna do something different
Connor gets
and just
stuck.
watch movies.
I'll give him
Yeah, you
bottom left in
should
case
stay
something
home.
happens. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
You stay home.
What do I pick? There's Ford, Chevy, and Toyota.
And which one do you think
hail
looks
greater
cooler?
than 3 inches diameter.
I like
from most radar sites.
Toyota.
So,
Okay.
hail, and this would be basically 3-inch size hail driven by 70+ mile per hour winds shortly. So, hopefully we get an upgrade to that warning
Alright,
to reflect
alright,
that, but
Riley,
definitely a
it's
strong
time for you to do
thunderstorm
that.
coming in. That's also probably why we're seeing that.
It's
hint is when we see so much hail in the storm. It even exacerbates that blue color of the storm. So, quite the storm, and let's be a
So yeah, again, this storm is anyways producing 2 inches.
No.
There was a report of
Me
golf ball
when
sized hail a few
Silly
minutes ago.
will
Connor's right now driving right by 16.
Why
He's
do you
going through
sound
some of
like
that
a-
hail pour as well.
What?
Looks like he safely got off that skid. But the storm is now warned for 2-inch size hail, so that's been upgraded in just a little bit. Velocities, again, have been pretty strong
Me
on
when
this.
Silly will
Radar here soon, just a matter of time to catch up to the boundary. Instead of
What?
or storm from the outside.
I sound funny.
You sound like a sick.
I sound like I'm in a video game.
I'm gonna video game on you.
What?
What?
A lot of right there.
Those are cycling.
No. No, not this.
To rotate it. Do something.
Is that rotating or is that
By the way, this is a live shot. This is a live shot on I-25. It's actually where our tornado warning is currently located. We got some hail falling, but people are parked under the overpass, which is why
Oh, just letting you know,
nobody can currently
in
get
this
by
game you have to
on
break.
I-25.
Like,
I
yeah,
don't want
Speaking
to
of
break.
shame, guess what?
That's what
this is by
Wesley
high
said.
demand,
He
by
got
the way.
kicked from
We have released our shame merch.
Yeah.
At ShopMax last.
Is that what really happened? You can vote kick people?
Yeah, see the little
also
kick
got
button?
mugs, hoodies, and
Oh.
stickers. High demand. That is our new collection. That's like the new collection.
Like, what if you don't know if you do the do?
I know how I keep
You should
Back
watch
to
the
our
you should
store
watch
again
the
near
race right
Mayfield.
here.
time and
Game rule. Oh, I can spectate people, I think.
Spectate.
Large mesocyclone attempting to rotate.
Where do I spectate? Oh, watch.
I see the road you're talking about.
There you are.
2 miles away, so we can just take that and go east.
Tono, did you win?
Nah,
Who won?
I have no idea. Fort
I've-
Nitro
I've-
10.
Storm is insane. Structures-
Fortnite. Oh, Fortnite.
Maybe we should turn around because there's a little bit of velocity starting to pick up on that.
What is this guy saying? Wendy's. Whoa. Rare. What is happening? Have I played this game before?
No, you haven't.
Oh, I feel like there's a game similar to this.
It's not
Yeah, it's
Freddy
called
McKinney,
Roast
so
Off.
no lightning run.
Oh, that one.
Alright, you have to break, okay? This is gonna be your first
Oh.
time.
I'll probably just
I've never played this game. I'm scared. I'm gonna get vote kicked. I mean, if I do get vote kicked, I'm gonna just play Minecraft. What is happening?
This might be trying.
Dude, I go so slow.
This tornado pages for you.
It's not realistic.
I see a right edge.
This thing's definitely
I'm breaking. I'm breaking. See?
Hey, perfect!
Tornado.
I did it!
Rotate. It's gotten much closer to the boundary over the last
Ah! Ah!
huge massive cyclone. This entire thing is just a broad area of rotation right now.
Oh, I'm breaking!
You braked a little bit too much.
I tried, okay. Bap 2! Yay!
Somebody found them.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry!
This is,
Oh,
John
that
McKinney as well
that guy did a little flip.
for
That was
view.
cool. Did a whoop woo!
You can see
He
it's
did a
starting, it's starting to
woo!
get more motion in there.
He did a
It's little
ah!
before. Had more motion,
My
now
game's
we have more
lagging!
slow motion.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My game lagged and I didn't know. My game lagged. I'm sorry. It's my internet provider's fault.
Look at the velocities bottom right too. It's starting to come together a little bit more. It's
Zipply
not
Fiber
super
did this.
It's probably be a few more minutes, but
I'm gonna just
more cloud around lightning as well.
Aww, yeah.
You ruined my race. How could you?
I'm sorry. You have 5 wins. I
Yeah,
have
left to
none.
motion. It's starting to ramp up a little bit more here.
Yeah, this
Can't
thing-
say the
Not
game more than
cool.
5
So yeah,
wins.
heading towards Wellington, Kansas, eventually
Ah!
towards Oxford.
I'm gonna lock there for 2 weeks.
This game's
Thank
fun.
Chris for the $10 super chat. Just isolated severe weather over in Africa.
Whee! I'm going too fast. Oh no.
A little tight.
I flipped.
Trying to happen there near Mayfield.
Yeah, it looks better on the camera than it does in the eye.
Velocities are being measured at around 75 miles per hour still inside of the storm. So we definitely have very high winds inside the storm.
Certainly looks like that is the mezzo, especially on the Wichita radar.
I am so behind.
We got over to
We're on lap 7 already, I think.
storm intermediate.
Ah!
Just looking at this storm from the outside. Connor's kind of
Yeah, don't hit the wall hard.
just like
Ah, I'm spinning out. Uh-oh.
broadly rotating everywhere. So got a really
Those
Game's
are the
kinda
leaders behind
hard.
you.
blue tinge back in there with the hail.
They're
cones
lapping
increasing
me.
as well. Again, we
Are you
probably
kidding
seeing
me?
At least 2-inch size tail in here near Conway Springs
Go!
and the
Don't
line.
let them lap you! Run!
I gotta
corner.
run.
Broad left to right.
Gotta go! Gotta go! Oh!
So look at John McKinney's view.
Oh no, they're gonna catch you.
This is incredible.
Go!
Look at these trees. For
Oh
those that don't know, John McKinney
no!
is Freddie McKinney's dad. Had Freddie on plenty yesterday as well.
Come on, just one more lap. Ooh, ah, no!
You win! You win! You win!
I didn't win. I didn't win. I didn't win.
You win! I need to have to get back.
Connor. Look at that thing rotating.
I'm leaving.
See, it's spinning. Look at the right to left motion back there. We got left to right in the front. It's broadly rotating.
Right here, I think.
Got a little bit more tightening on radar too. This entire thing is spinning right now. I'm gonna keep Connor bottom left. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Did you eat?
Hey Max, so we have more reports coming out of Wichita. We had basically widespread 70-mile-per-hour winds move through the entire area. It sounds like a majority of the power lines in some parts of the town are down. This means that there's going to be widespread power outages. On restoring power and cleaning up all the downed trees and power lines. However, it is going to take some time just with the scale of how large the storm that went through.
I wanna play
Significant
Minecraft.
line of storms went right through Wichita, and just
Please.
south of Wichita. Storm's starting to...
Pavement, man.
The storm's really starting to...
Pretty please.
We also got a new tornado warning for Fulton County,
Pretty
Pennsylvania,
please with the sprinkles on top.
Velocities are increasing really quickly.
Pretty please with cupcakes.
Nothing imminent yet.
Got more vertical motion as well. Got some scud rising into our storm.
Pretty please with everything that you like. Please.
It's trying right there. I can go get it, but my road isn't paved. Produce right there. I'm put.
Please, can we play?
Trying to produce right there, though.
Pretty please with everything on top.
Over the last few minutes.
Oh no.
New Caphead for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just wrapped up.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Calm down now.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's probably to get east.
Oh no.
Thank you so much for your report.
Oh no. Oh no.
By the sounds of it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Storm's definitely trying.
Oh no.
Hey Max, so we had talked about this a few minutes ago actually, but it's actually more significant. The hail threat from our storm in Mayfield, Kansas. One radar site is indicating 5-inch hail, and the other one is indicating 4.58-inch sized hail. Softball or even grapefruit sized hail for Mayfield and Wellington.
Oh no.
Yeah. Alright, thank you for the update. That is significant. Again, we could have upwards of DVD-sized hail falling with this storm. We don't have any reports of that yet.
Oh no.
Radar sites are indicating some very significant hail. You can see all that white and black popping up on radar.
Oh no.
As we were just talking about it,
oh no.
thunderstorm warning with observed 4-inch sized hail. So this is now at a
storm
that's producing softball-sized hail.
Oh no.
Weather spotters at 5:34 p.m. did report baseball-sized hail just south of Conway Springs, but they have upgraded this all the way to 4-inch sized hail. So if you are in the severe thunderstorm warning in Belle Plaine, Wellington, Oxford, Conway Springs, any of these areas, you need to be staying weather aware, or being in your safe place, but also staying weather aware. This is a substantial supercell right now moving into Wellington, Kansas, with 4-inch sized hail, which again is the size of softballs that is currently falling out of this storm. So stay away from windows and be on the lowest floor possible. And again, in addition to the wind that we have with this storm, it is a very dangerous storm because it's that can drive that hail into windows. So again, take this very seriously. This is a very dangerous storm right now. Moving east, the worst of the hail right now is over Anson, and it will be coming into Wellington, which is a more common Kansas, and then approaching along the 735 stretch. The areas that will be in the path of this is just south of Irving, that's outside Wichita, and South Haven area. It's where you can see significant hail. Rotation's also been ramping up a little bit over the last few minutes. It's not really that strong towards the radar, but going away from the radar with very strong velocities. I still think that this storm is trying to ramp up and may attempt to produce a tornado here soon as it continues to track the east. So it's out there being very large hail. There's also a chance for a tornado. Velocities on the radar are still upwards of 70 to almost 80 miles per hour, located just outside of the Rocket for the Rockets. Also, they go back over to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, we do have a brand new tornado warning in Pennsylvania. That is all the way back over here. Southeast of Bedford, south of Newport. It's a broad area of rotation that's located near the Würzburg area. Moving into Dickies County over the next few minutes, so seek shelter if you are in this warning. In Pennsylvania produce tornadoes, so even though it doesn't look that concerning, it definitely could produce a tornado as it moves to the east or southeast. Kansas, again, we just have to show you storm right now. They're starting to get a little bit of so there may be some slight bit of organization trying to happen down near Mayfield in Kansas. So they may be trying to produce a tornado here soon. May have these. Connor, tornado page. Go back over to storm first.
Oh my god.
This is Connor looking at the storm here. Just wants to
And you just switched to making loud noises in my ear.
Be careful from becoming a member of the velocities.
I got bored of saying Kano. Can we please play Minecraft? That's what I wanted to tell you.
No.
Please.
This is the latest scan bottom right of your screen. Once again, this is a
Please.
Plus, I'm
destructive
going
storm.
somewhere soon.
It's also a view from storm. Very ominous Vince is in the middle. Vince is driving. He was driving through the hailport. I'm not sure if he got hit by it. It doesn't look like it. But he was driving through that hailport a few minutes ago. I think he may have just narrowly missed it.
Wow, the 48.
Just out of curiosity. There's literally, if we look at the chaser map here, we got a little like chaser map. And you can see where all the chasers are located, all the red dots. The hail core being right here. That's our hail core right there.
Oh no.
That's where Vince is. He just narrowly missed it. Everybody else is on the south or east side of this.
When you get back, when you get back from the thingy, can you please play Minecraft?
I'll consider it.
Everybody's staying safe.
That means a no.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. You're gonna come back, and I'm gonna ask you, and you're gonna say no, and I'm gonna call you a liar, and you're gonna say no, and I'm gonna
Just had lightning strike
server, and I'm gonna come back a couple days later.
Sean McKinney on the Supercells
What
well.
has Hank been teaching you?
Actually, let me go back over to Connor. Connor,
I don't know.
This is Connor Cross.
You mean Henry?
Lightning must have just struck next to him.
That's the place.
Dick and Jockey.
Trying to. It's
You didn't hear that.
How did they describe DVD-sized hail in the 70s?
Art sub. Oh my god. Look at the old mermaid.
West Kansas can also have some damaging wind potential out of the storms that are ongoing in Colorado. Maybe even a little bit of hail.
I liked it. It's cool.
The storm is still broadly rotating right now.
I'm SpongeBob.
Cool.
Why was it double?
Really interesting right there.
I'm SpongeBob.
Maybe one of these days we'll get
Bottom right of your
I'm
screen.
Spon-
Small area of
I'm
convergence.
SpongeBob.
Hopefully fast. That's better than backside.
This storm once again is producing at least 70 to 80 mile per hour winds, and on top of that, 4-inch sized hail, and also a potential tornado threat.
Today.
Waffle sized hail. How large is a waffle? It has to be more than 5 inches.
Today, I'll be talking about one of humanity's biggest fears.
F104.
What?
I just heard a hail measurement that I've never heard before. You know Eggos? Like the little waffles?
There go my ego!
John McKinney's view.
Eggo-sized hail is being reported.
Whoa, that's big.
5-inch hail. Why do you scream? What the heck?
This is John McKinney's view, though. He's a little bit further back, but you can see the blue tinge on the left there. There's some big hail falling with the storm, which also goes pair in pair with our little blue tinge back there in the storm.
Did he
kind of white tinge? Common again with our sunlight, in addition to the reflecting water droplets on the top of that, there being a bunch of hail falling in the middle of that thing. Back over to Connor. Right underneath it.
See the full structure of this. Incredible. I don't know, it looks like all back roads. Kind of in a dilemma here with the road.
We go east out of Wellington and then move south at some point.
Thank you, Christiana, for the $10 super chat.
As well.
Head with the super chat says, can you write me a doctor's note to skip work? I don't think so. Appreciate the super chat, though. I wish I could.
Yeah, guys, in that storm, we have baseball and softball sized hail falling from the sky. That's what that is. Right in the middle, it's starting to get rain. It's not really a tornado. It's dropping.
Hail core has gotten slightly smaller over the last few minutes. If we go back over to live radar here, we actually see the new hail core that just came in. Baseball-sized hail was reported by a trained spotter as of just a few minutes
This one?
Yeah. About 5 miles southeast.
No, it's Bluetooth chasing.
And again, this storm is warned for softball-sized hail. The worst of that hail is falling in a fairly rural area.
This is the LMS that I played.
But there are likely farms out here. And on top of that, it is moving towards I-35, and it is also moving into Wellington, Kansas, which is a more populated area. East of Wichita, we also have a significant line of storms continuing to push to the east. They've actually added a tornado possible label to this line, and there was also an 80-mile-per-hour wind gust reported over in Andover by a trained spotter near I-35. So this is still a very significant area of storm activity. There's also a low chance for a tornado. We got a few more storms also starting to go up. We actually got a new one near Anthony. We'll have to really keep an eye on that one. That's right near our boundary. This might be the next one to try to produce a tornado. That is north of Waldron in Manchester. That is currently tracking to the east-northeast. And honestly, this could be the next one to try to produce something. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this as it pushes off to the east-northeast. Let's go back over to Connor's kind of underneath the storm right now.
I'm gonna kill you when I do.
Underneath this area of rotation. I think the other one back to the west, though, might be the one that produces the next tornado. This one still has a chance, but the one back to the west near the boundary may have a better chance. A couple of chasers coming up on that too right now. This is PA Storm Trackers. They're back down there right now.
What?
Let me go back over to... Connor.
I'm gonna kill you when I do. Just like.
Part of an evil world game. I kill people because I think I'm playing dead.
Discussions
I find out I would be sad.
First off, there's one in Texas and southwest Oklahoma where severe wind gusts lead to
I'm 1 times 1 times 1 times 1.
There's not a whole lot of low-level moisture and the temperatures are really high, so we're probably going to see very high base
I'm Zelensky and I like chicken.
Damaging
I'm 007 and I
on top of that, there's also a chance for hail up to the size of tennis balls. And then also back over in eastern Colorado and western Kansas, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour, and also a threat for an isolated tornado or two will be a possibility. So get ready for that in Midland, Kansas, and also back into eastern Colorado.
I'm gonna keep playing this until you play Minecraft.
Good boy.
Oklahoma City get some rain tonight? There is a possibility. I wouldn't bet on it, but I do think there's a chance they get some rain there. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Goo goo gaga.
We do have a flash flood warning for Wichita, Kansas. We have touched on the flash flooding threat just a little bit today. There's a lot of reports of cars being stuck in as many as 4 feet of water. You could see this flash flood emergency with some of the reports reports that are coming in. I do want to stress if you are in Wichita or the area around wherever we see training thunderstorms today, please do not drive through floodwaters. There's no good way to estimate how deep they are. The best thing to do is turn around and find a different route.
Hey, Riley, for the updates. So yeah, big flash flood warning here. It's a very populated area in Wichita, Kansas. It is a considerable damage threat. Once again, has been observed. There are a few green circles here popping up on radar Omega. That indicates that there are flood reports, perhaps vehicles stranded. Which
It is the dive rocket launcher! Take action regarding that individual!
Turn around, don't drown on the roadways. If you're back over
Relax,
Wichita,
I'll handle it. I am the angry pumpkin.
We got this big storm over here near Kingman that is also going to probably produce
The architect and the builder! They arrived calmly from their escalator with a sense of purpose. They are playing at their residence. The head is soaring.
That was so off-key for not
that is a little bit more of a discreet cell, so we'll have to be keeping an eye on that one as well. Going back over
Wait a
to
minute.
storm here just south of Derby.
You don't know music terms.
There is some broad rotation just south of following further acceleration. Well, I can inspire.
Insert cash or select payment type. I'm sponge.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
My name is Coca.
Joplin, Missouri get hit hard. I honestly think everybody here across southeast Kansas and hit on pretty hard tonight. Especially for as we've already kind of talked about here, over to first off, touching on the SVC, risk of severe weather that's happening today. Concern across the board today will be damaging winds and also the potential for a few tornadoes over the next few hours with these discrete supercells that have been firing off. And if we look at over to the future radar. So it looks like. So again, over the next few hours, we'll have a few discrete cells down here to the south. Essentially by midnight, we could have a full-blown line of storms going on back over Kansas, also southwestern Missouri. This will be producing incredible into early tomorrow morning. This is going to continue even into Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, and then eventually going towards St. Louis. And then tomorrow looks like a big day, honestly, across the Ohio Valley and the Midwest. We'll touch on this more.
Anna, where are you going and how long are you going to be at the thing that you're going to today, at the thing that you're going to do the thing today? What?
And so I think tomorrow is going to be a pretty big day. We already have a 5% tornado risk in place, but that could be increased in the next might be an early day tomorrow.
How long?
Look at this. This is tornado Page's view as well.
How long will it be?
Like 40 minutes more.
Still producing a lot of hail without
We're gonna go stop. We're gonna go stop. What?
Hey, now to for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. Tornado season just this isn't like uncommon. This does happen quite frequently. We're going to do severe thunderstorm warning just off to the east of Wichita. That is going to be for Eldorado. Michigan, as well as Latham here in Kansas. That'll be for 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds and 2-inch. This is Tornado Page. This storm. They're right underneath the little shelf cloud that we have in the storm south of Wichita. You got the blue tinge back in there, which a lot of people don't know. Blue tinge actually represent. It's basically where all the hail is falling. Also, our water droplets reflecting from our sunlight.
Condo. Condo.
What?
We're gonna go eat her there.
I don't know. Probably like firehouse.
By the way, in the chat, let me know if you guys are all tuning in from your city or chat. Quadround lightning right there too. It's a storm intermedia.
Are you gonna eat there?
Alright, I love you. Bye.
W. Oh, there's the Dominator. Dominator's going by.
This is so funny. Is it funny?
I want it to end. That probably ended like, I don't know, whatever.
Who's gonna win?
Was that funny?
Crap.
Ontario, from Ontario has a storm. There is actually 2 risks there. I think it's a little bit, but it's definitely a risk.